Irvin, Slate 1, take 1. Slate 53, take 2.
Thank you.
Well, my name's Emma, and I'm playing Lady Howard. She's the head of the family, the matriarch. She's sort of an amalgamation, I think, of all the mothers in all the period dramas you might have seen, with a real nod to Mrs. Bennet. She's quite flappable, but incredibly determined. When she decides she wants something, she will stop at nothing to get it.
And I will not let it defeat us, despite your father's best efforts.
But we are in society, we're not mother. You're in the country.
This is not society. London society is the only society worthy of being a society.
My name is Alan Raglan. I play Lord Howard, English aristocracy, bully, but is ruled by his wife. His wife's in control, really. So, but he thinks he's in control because it's his mansion and it's his money.
I would describe the family dynamic as organised chaos. I think I think Lady Howard thinks she has a handle on everyone, and the truth is she has a handle on no one. It's chaos, but it's rather a lovely, happy chaos.
I'm Emerson Pike, and I play the Duke of Bedford. The film is about wanting to better oneself to a large degree, and how most people in the family are trying to kick themselves forward and elevate their station, but also the people within the family who aren't quite as worried, and how those dynamics play out together.
When you see all these period dramas, there is always the question of the eligible bachelor hooking a duck or a daughter, and that match, that's the most important thing that drives is society, isn't it? It's all about being part of society and appearing to keep up with it and be part of it, and status. It was all about status, and those were the things that were most important back then. So I suppose from Lady Howard's point of view, that's what the story is about, is impressing the Duke of Bedford and getting one of her daughters married off so that the family name can be raised and they can enter society with their heads held high.
Would you like a biscuit?
Maybe split the difference a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I think also there's that element of the family are living in the countryside, and the mother is sort of yearning for the excitement and the dynamic of London, and when this opportunity comes up, she's not going to let that pass.
It's quite refreshing to see comedy with this kind of period go hand in hand, because I feel like maybe I just haven't seen a lot of it, but I feel like it's quite rare. And I find that really, like when I read the script, it was like such a punchy length.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so funny yesterday.
It's a fantastic script. That's why I wanted to come on board, because it's really well put together, and it's really funny. So I was. It's nice to do a period drama, but to do a funny period drama, hopefully, is going to be a joy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started.
I laughed out loud. That never happens. Never happens. And I gave it to people in the pub, local people in the pub, local builders, local guys. I said, read that, it'll only take you 5 minutes, and they laughed out loud.
Yes, yeah. Like, I'm exhausted by you.
Yeah.
Like, literally, how much longer are we to do this?
I think the importance of hair and makeup on a kind of period piece like this is so very important. The transformations that we sort of go through. For me personally, there's something that happens to my spine. I
Yes.
suddenly,
And
the back
shoulders.
of my neck just suddenly goes about 2 inches taller.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's just from stepping in the shoes or stepping in the costume, which is just vital.
I mean, Howard is a perfect example of this. Howard in normal clothes to me doesn't look right. Howard in these clothes, he should wear this every day. He belongs in the past.
He was born for this period.
No, he
Howard.
does. Yeah, really.
I prepared for my role in the fact that I am already quite an annoying brother. So it wasn't too hard to find that.
I have an older sister, so a lot of the passive-aggressive conversations between me and Elizabeth come quite naturally. Yeah, having an older sister, that came quite naturally to me, I think. And the conversations that we're having together, you just kind of have to like put yourself in the moment, and the house as well just massively helps with that. Everything does. Everything helps with that.
I think also in terms of preparation, it's finding the line between the modern idiosyncratic nature that we have as people, but remembering, oh no, I have to do that in a period drama. I have to bring that cattiness and that sort of heightened, elevated language into this day and age, which is a very fine balance to play with. But it's been very fun to kind of walk that line of kind of, you know, we're not kind of cocking our hips or whatever like that, but in the language that we're speaking, there's a lot of cocking the hip, and there's a lot of snarling, and there's a lot of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, which has been really, really fun.
Stand back. I knew he was going to do that. I'm just visions of him just popping up.
So we're filming at Prideaux Place, which is a beautiful, stately home in Padstow. I can actually see the sea from my little viewpoint here. It's like a museum. There's just everywhere you look, there's something new to see.
I've been trying to find all of the secret passages.
Yeah.
And two,
Yeah.
we've
You
just found one
now-
today.
Yeah, you found like one the other day.
Yeah, so in terms of geography-wise, I don't know where I'm
Yeah.
going.
It's quite hard to take it all in, really. It's the colours. I love the colours. And I think that really helps when you're getting into character as well, if you're in the right setting. It's wonderful. I did that sort of Pretty Woman moment where she walks into the hotel lobby when I first came in. It was like, wow! Yeah.
Okay, don't breathe.
I felt so like warm every day I've been filming. It's just been such a nice atmosphere. You know, we were discussing that in the morning this morning. You know, it's just been such a lovely group of people, and like everyone's just been so lovely. It's just been great.
You always feel like with interview, when people say that, they go, oh, you're just saying that.
No,
oh,
yeah,
of course.
exactly.
But it actually is true. We
It
actually
really
have really bonded as siblings.
I feel like we've
3
known
days.
each other
Yeah.
for so long. Working with an actor-director as well is just, it makes your job so easy.
Yes.
Like,
he brings a sense of like calm to a set, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. It's just been easy.
Yes.
It's been such an easy shoot, and he's just been funny, and
He's also not been precious with the work as
Yeah,
well. For
yeah.
someone who's a writer-director, sometimes they're so sort of, it's their baby. And
Yeah.
yet we've sort of asked, can we improvise in this
Yeah,
bit?
you
Or
can
can we
offer stuff.
try this in this particular take? And he's been absolutely just go for it, which is really nice, just to play and have fun with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think also maybe not being afraid of silences. Yes, how do we leave it with the Howard children in terms of Mary and Lizzie at the end? Who do you reckon gets Duke Bedford?
See, so in my head, I think you get him.
Well, naturally, yes.
Yeah,
that's
well,
right.
I mean, maybe I'll just hold my hands up and give it up right there.
The close-up that will focus on.
I imagine Jane leading a revolution.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I like one where the Duke goes after Jane.
I can imagine, as a spin-off. When I read the script, I was like, imagine if he then goes after Jane, and it's just this whole thing of like her trying to run away.
Yes.
And then you obviously
The
That
uproar.
would be very interesting.
Because there's so many children as well, there's so many siblings.
Yeah.
Either strand you take, something dynamic and interesting going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
We've written 3 books. Yes.